Celsius is being manipulated by the suits from New York who are looking to get a big payday off of your money. The UCC, the Unsecured Creditors Committee of Celsius, that's supposed to represent you and me, well, they're just looking to get rich, it seems like. And somebody else who's trying to get rich is White & Case LLP, the law firm, one of the oldest law firms in the entire country. And you know, if a law firm has been around for a long time, you know they got every trick in the book. But White & Case is pushing for the UCC to allow retail clawbacks for innocent people who withdrew their money from Celsius within 90 days of the bankruptcy. Well, they're looking to pull that money back. And that's just plain morally wrong. You see, clawbacks are supposed to protect retail from insiders who knew what was happening and withdrew money. That's not what's happening in this case. Today, we're going to expose Clawback Keith and all the frauds at White & Case. Let's get it. Welcome to Big Boy Crypto. My name is Ben. Today, we're going to be talking about the lawyers from White & Case and why they have no business on this case. And one has a massive conflict of interest that must be called out ethically. It is unbelievable that it is proceeding the way that it is with this guy as one of the lawyers. We're going to show you what that conflict of interest is and why he wants to hide that from you. All right, let's start with this, guys. I told you in the intro here, look, they want to pursue retail clawbacks from individuals who withdrew money from Celsius. However, they don't want to go after giant corporations that owe them a ton of money. That's weird, isn't it? Celsius creditors moved to subpoena lending firm Equities First for $439 million collateral payment. So on September 30th, 2022, Mashinsky says Celsius is still owed $439 million from Equities First. And why is this not being pursued? Now, some people have told me that there are rumors that what is happening between White & Case and between some of these corporations could potentially be, allegedly, that there are backroom deals being made to represent some of these companies that owe them money. Now, that's going to be obvious to track. If we see any movement between White & Case and any of these companies who owe Celsius big money, well, that's a big red flag, possible criminal activity going on there. So let's understand the structure here, because this is very important for this video, okay? The structure. You had Celsius, which was a company. Now it's trying to go through Chapter 11 and get approved for a reorganization plan. They call it NewCo. I guess that's just a general default phrase for they're going to try to make a new company. Now that new company is getting a $40 to $50 million investment. I believe it's a $40 to $50 million investment from Wofford, who we'll talk about here in a few moments. But that's going towards the new company and the business of the new company. You also have the UCC, the Unsecured Creditors Commission of Celsius. This is a board of 7 members who we exposed last week who have the decision on retail clawbacks with White & Case or not. These 7 people are supposed to support our best interests as Celsius users and holders, that they're going to get the best deal for us possible. But is that what's happening right now? It doesn't seem like it, because they're not fighting back against the retail clawbacks. So the law firm for Celsius is Kirkland & Ellis. The law firm for the UCC is White & Case. So what is White & Case? It was a firm that was launched on May 1st, 1901. So this is obviously one of the oldest law firms in the United States here. They've been around for some time. Now, you may ask, what is their expertise in the world of crypto? And the answer to that, as we'll see, is literally none. Which is why White & Case clearly doesn't care about spiting the entire crypto industry. They're not planning to have more crypto cases. They haven't had a lot of crypto cases. They don't care to leave all the users high and dry where they get all the money. As we know, there are 3 lawyers that are paid much more than everybody else on this case. We're going to look into the ones who are really pushing it. And if you missed my video from Friday on the UCC members and what you can do, we'll put that card up here for you to click. You can go watch that video after you're done with this one. So who are these attorneys? We have Aaron Colodny. He looks the size of an asparagus, if you ask me. Here's Aaron Colodny. He works in the LA office. So they have several different offices, as you can see. The ones we really want to focus on, New York is the main one that kicked me out, had wanted posters of me up. Also remember, these are the guys who sent people to my house to threaten me. Don't forget about that. But this is Aaron Colodny of the LA office. There's also the Miami office. That's where Keith Wofford is. You also have the Chicago office. That's where Greg Pesce is. Greg's on the run. Greg's on the run. You guys will see what I mean by that here in just a second. But where is Aaron's experience in the world of crypto? You see, he's mostly worked with power companies. There's one, electric delivery company. You come down here and you see Energy Futures Holdings Corp, La Paloma Generating Company, and maybe more importantly, he helped with the sale of the Houston Rockets because he's getting ready to dunk on you. Absolutely. So here's Aaron's LinkedIn. So scroll down here. Let's check out his experience here. White & Case, LLP, judicial extern, a paralegal. He went to UCLA, Middlebury College, the London School of Economics and Political Science. So where is his technology experience? Where's his crypto experience? Absolutely none. That's why these guys will crap all over you. Then we have Greg Pesce. Now, Greg, I should probably if I change this E to a U, it would be more like what Greg is. Gregory Pesce. Just imagine that, guys. Why? Notice, where is his picture? His picture has disappeared off the internet after he called us live on YouTube a couple weeks ago. Now, Greg is the absolute ringleader of this movement along with Keith Wofford. Greg Pesce is out to take your money. And by the way, guys, we are going to be doing a video where we're going to show hypothetically, if you were ever in a situation to where you were getting retail clawback, some ways that you could actually legally not allow Greg Pesce to touch your money. We're going to be looking at that. All legal ways that you can protect yourself from these clawbacks. That'll be out later this week. But it's interesting because his picture is just not here. He doesn't want to be seen. After we did the video, he totally left Twitter along with Caroline Warren, who was obviously from the UCC. She closed her Twitter account after we called her out. These people, they don't want the heat. They don't want people to know that they're the ones that are pushing this. But Greg Pesce has been deleting his footprint off of the internet. Now let's get to Keith, because they call Keith Clawback Keith, because he's the guy who said that you, as a Celsius user, you deserve what he terms rough justice. That's why we're giving that rough justice right back. And Keith, you called the police on me for rough justice. You're the one who was pushing the rough justice narrative, bud. All right, let's go. Let's take a look at Keith here. Let's start looking at, of course, you'll see obviously no crypto experience, but what is this? He is the counsel to the official creditors committee of Celsius Network. He's also the counsel to the secured lenders of cryptocurrency miner Terawulf. Now, NovaWolf, Terawulf, surely there's some connection between these companies. We're going to look at that here in just a minute and talk about why this is so bad. Of course, here is Keith's Wikipedia page. You can see he ran for New York Attorney General in 2018. Now, he ran as a conservative, and he got about 31% of the vote. He lost to Letitia James, who had a total of 62% of the vote. Why is this important? Well, this is important because the New York District Attorney's Office is generally very anti-crypto. Look at what Letitia James has done over the years. Letitia James, among others who have served this position, are very anti-crypto. They represent Wall Street. Let's think about it, guys. Keith was basically running to be one of the most hated people in crypto, and he lost. He couldn't even win that one. But this shows that this is a guy that cares about his image. He cares about what people think about him if he was running for politics. Now, let's come over here and check this out and see what's going on here. So here's the company we're talking about in this document, Terawulf Inc., registered in Easton, Maryland. And look at the email, prager@terawulf.com. So if we scroll down here a little bit more, you see that White & Case is their attorneys coming from the Avenue of Americas in New York City, which is the building that they kicked me out of because they're scared to answer questions. They literally see questions about people's livelihood and their not just financial health, but literally people are talking about suicide. These guys literally are afraid to answer questions about those topics, which is why they continue to tuck-tail and run. And now check this here. Attention, Keith Wofford. He is the main attorney on this company with White & Case. Now, Here is what's really fascinating when you get into the Terawulf, Wolf crossover. So this is Terawulf here. It is like a mining company, I believe. And look here who the co-founder, chairman, and chief executive officer is, Paul Prager, or Prager, however you say it. Scroll down here, and of course we have Jason New. You guys may recognize him as well. Got a little bit browner hair there. Come to the Wolf team, and let's see what we got here. Wolf team, we have Jason New, co-founder and managing partner. And then we have Paul Prager. Now, this is not to say that Wolf, I like to give Wolf the benefit of the doubt here when it comes to this, because I feel like they really are against the retail clawbacks. They know these retail clawbacks, if they do happen, they know their new business is sunk. So I think they are trying to fight against it. But here's what's interesting here. Two co-founders of Wolf are Jason New and Paul Prager, both on the board of directors, as you can see here, for Terawulf. Now, let's think about the crossover here. You have White and Case. They are working. Keith Wofford is working to do retail clawbacks on behalf of the unsecured creditors of the UCC. Then you have UCC is choosing which bid they want to accept to work with them for their new company. They chose Wolf, in spite of the fact that there's a lot of evidence saying a lot of the other bids were good. Now, what company is associated with Wolf? Terawulf. Who's the lawyer for Terawulf? That's right, Keith Wofford. You see, he's working with two parties here. He's working with Wolf. He's also working with the UCC, which means that only Celsius is really not being represented by him. This muddies the water. This means that he can be on the backside of Wolf, speaking into their ears, telling them this is the direction they need to go into as well. It's simply a conflict of interest. When you have three main parties that are trying to work out a deal, and one of those parties is a representative of an entire class of investors from Celsius, you don't see the problem where two entities are represented by the same guy? That's a big problem. And the UCC has consistently shown it does not have our best interest at heart. In closing, these three men, Aaron Colodny, Greg, the disappearing Pesce, and Keith Wofford, these are the men trying to steal your money. However, the UCC has to allow them to do it. This man, Keith Wofford, is playing both sides of this deal. He must be fired for the conflict of interest, and it needs to be exposed, and he, frankly, probably needs to lose his license over it with the Bar Association. He shouldn't be practicing law if he's playing both sides of the same deal. That's a rigged system, and that's what White and Case are trying to continue. The rigged system of traditional finance, where the lawyers and the elites get all the money. And even when you pull your money off, they can come after you. The precedent this is setting across the crypto landscape, with Voyager already saying now they may pursue clawbacks, is very unsettling. But the UCC has the opportunity to do the right thing, fire Keith Wofford, fire White and Case, no backroom deals, and give the user who you represent, and to give the user who it's supposed to represent a fair deal. So we'll be having more this week on things you can do to protect your money and how we can fight back these puppet masters. That's all I got. Be blessed. Good boy out.